everyone, I'm Michael Lucarelli. I'm a classical guitarist. Those of you who are new to my channel, I upload videos the first Thursday of each month. This is a new series called Between the Strings, where I get to talk about things other than just guitar. And today I'm joined by with a good friend of mine, Lari Spire, who just released the book Eagles Fly Above AI. And he's also the founder of Thrive Beyond AI, a website where you can learn more about what we're talking about. You can get involved. And he's talking about a subject that's very dear to me, something I've been following for probably 15, 20 years now. And now everybody kind of, they're all aware of what's coming, what's going on, and it's changing rapidly every day, every second of every day. It's evolving and changing so quickly. So I'm excited to have Lari with us on this, my very first episode of Between the Strings. So I hope you enjoy this. So let's get started on this interview with Lari Spire. So Lari, tell me, why did you write the book Eagles Fly Above AI?
Well, first, I thank you for inviting me to your blog, and I'm honored, and it's a privilege to be here. As far as the book, I wrote the book to take the mystery out of AI. There's too much of narrative going on about the gloom and the doom and apprehension about artificial intelligence, or the hype of how it's wonderful, and there's really a middle ground there. My book is a bridge to help people understand AI on a grassroots level.
Yeah, I'm with you on there. I've talked to a lot of people, and I see the fear in a lot of people. So you have to get rid of fear about what's coming. It's very exciting, but I don't see that excitement in a lot of people. So what makes this book different from other AI books?
Well, first, I agree with you about your excitement about AI and music, and that's one of the reasons why I wrote this book. Is you kind of inspired me in that direction. I was already studying artificial intelligence. This book is different because it takes AI down to a simpler level and explains it through analogies and nature and in terms that people can understand more readily. In fact, I've been told that my third chapter on binary was the first time they ever really understood the subject after reading that chapter.
It's such a personal read. It's not technical. It's not like you're reading something that's over your head. It's very accessible to a lot of people. And a lot of people have fear. I remember when I first moved to Cottonwood 4 or 5 years ago, I was talking to a young mother, just had a baby, and she didn't know anything about AI. And I'm just telling her what's coming, and she got so scared. She imprinted on my brain the fear in her eyes. And I'm not sure where she is today. I didn't know this person. She was just at a club that I was at, playing at. So I've seen that fear in a lot of people. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people don't know what's coming. And a lot of people are fearful, which is why my next question to you is, are you optimistic or concerned about AI's future?
Thanks, Michael. Yes, actually, I'm both. AI is kind of like the yin and yang of everything. There's a downside and a good side, and I like to kind of take the middle ground. AI is a little bit like any tool in history, whether it's fire or electricity or the steam engine. AI can illuminate or it can destroy things. You know, it can be used by bad actors for malicious intent, or it can be used to make wonderful new drugs and bring people together and bring harmony.
There's so many amazing things that are at our doorstep. I just wish I was a little younger, because we're going to miss a lot at our age, unfortunately. But we're going to see a lot in our time as well. But the young people, their future is just very optimistic. But there will be I think there's going to be a slow. There's going to be a transition where there will be a period of confusion, because everything is going to change completely. And so there is going to be that short period of confusion until everything balances itself out. That's how I look at it. What would you say to those who call themselves doomers?
Well, I understand their concerns.
Okay, first of all, explain what doomers are.
Okay. Good. Well, there's been two schools of thought. In fact, perhaps a few more. that there are different sides to people's perspective of AI. One is people who are doomers or think it's going to destroy us all and be the end of mankind. And then the boomers are the ones who think that AI will bring harmony and ultimately improve our whole human race.
Yeah, that's the category I fall into.
Right.
And then Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator. That's
correct. Yeah, it's these kinds of movies that have brought out and news articles and who focus on the sensational downsides to AI. Well, for every downside, there may be millions of people who have been uplifted and helped with AI in many different ways.
Especially in the medical profession. That's just a given. Even global warming, from what I can see, what I've been studying, how I see the future, it's going to solve almost any problem in our world today. Global warming, civil, unrest in our world, and that's social media is the big problem for that. Social media
Correct.
is totally different from AI. AI is a whole different breed, but AI has made that possible. But I see a lot of beautiful things coming, and when you read your book, it does make you feel kind of warm and fuzzy inside.
Well, thank you.
And you don't feel that pessimistic future from reading it. So I think it's really valuable for people to educate themselves. This is a good start if you don't know anything about AI, and if you do, it's still a great book to add to your repertoire of knowledge about AI.
Well, thanks, Michael. I agree. And I agree with the people who are concerned about AI, apprehensive and afraid of it, especially those who are afraid of the unknown of AI. And I believe that this book or other sources of information to bring your literacy level in AI will help people understand and help decrease that amount of apprehension. Yeah, I've had a colorful life. I guess you'd give you a brief bio, but I grew up traveling around the world and had many experiences abroad. And then in surveying, I've done many different types of things and had experiences in the wild with nature, and much of that is in the books, and it uses analogies of nature, and the eagle is a theme throughout the book to show how AI looks at the world from a different, higher perspective and can help people understand the big picture. But my background is quite diverse. Like I said, I've done many different things,
and including and how we. Larry is he restores instruments after he's retired from the surveying part of his life, engineering, roads, and all of that.
Well, I like to think of it as I'm repurposed as an AI advocate. But
it all leads leads to this. But he restored instruments, and he I'm just going to diverge from our topic for just a second. But he a couple of Christmases ago, I'm at his house on Christmas Day. He had his family, my wife and I attended, and he has this guitar. He goes, "What do you think of this guitar?" I play it. "Well, this is amazing, Larry. What is it?" And he goes, "It's yours. Merry Christmas." And that was cool. But the guitar he gave me was a Giorgio from Brazil, but it was a guitar from the Bossa Nova era from the 60s. And all my guitar gods that I love and have followed for years, like Agustin Barrios, Villa-Lobos, Baden Powell, they all played this guy's guitar. And when I play bossa, like Brazilian music on that guitar, it's like it seems so natural. If you want to hear his guitar, and I'm going to put a link in the video description as well as a link to Thrive Beyond AI. There's a cool composition that I did called Overture to Mars on a recent album a year or two ago. So you can check out the guitar that he restored. It was an amazing instrument. I've always appreciated that. So he's had quite a life, and not just all about AI. He takes a very humanistic approach. So
I do enjoy restoring stringed instruments from large basses down to violins.
And he plays them as well.
Well, I practice Michael plays. I'm an amateur.
Yeah.
But at any rate, this particular Brazilian guitar is a true Brazilian rosewood. It was a basket case falling apart. The rosette was coming apart in thousands of hundreds of pieces, and it had many cracks.
18, I think 18, from what I remember.
More than a dozen splints went into it to restore the cracks in the surface and restore the rosette. It's a beautiful guitar, and I'm happy that you enjoy it.
Yeah, there's a couple of videos I recorded with that guitar, so I'll put links in the video description. So if you want to hear his guitar, you can certainly do that. How can people benefit from AI? It's not just for elites, AI elites, people. How does the normal people, how can they use AI? And a lot of people, you all obviously know that now because everybody's using Chat GPT, but what else can people use AI for?
Well, there's many different types of AI large language models like ChatGPT. Although it was one of the first and most well known, it's now integrated into Google and in Amazon and Microsoft. They all have different flavors and Facebook, and we can go on and on. But people use it and don't realize it every day. When you search for what's your favorite or next television program and sitcom you want to watch, it'll help you find that.
When I really discovered the power and how amazing this is, I did 3 concerts a week for 15 months in a row in Sedona, Arizona. And one of these concerts, I was there, a young kid from Seattle. He's the one that showed me that AI can do art, which I didn't know it could do at the time. And so I went home and started exploring that creative process and to really understand AI more. And like I would say, write a movie script about AI spreading love to humanity. It wrote a full movie script in less than 3 seconds. It was amazing. Like in 3 or 4 seconds, a whole movie script. I would have it write a song as if the Beatles wrote it. And it wrote this song in like 2 or 3 seconds. And I mean, it's a well thought out song. And I did the same thing about Bob Dylan. It's certainly, it's mystical how quickly it can put together art, as an artist. When you start working with it on a creative level, it's amazing. It's mind-boggling. I can't even comprehend how it would know the intricacies of human expression so quickly.
Well, I agree. AI is amazing, and part of the reason is it's built on the bulk of the knowledge of the human race. But I think the best use of AI is when it's a collaboration between AI and people, not just AI by itself or people by themselves, but together they bring a harmony that's like our heart and our empathy and emotions and creativity that can go into it are things that AI doesn't have, whereas AI has that wisdom and knowledge. And yes, it can emulate creativity, but it's based on a mass of knowledge that has been put together like a huge multi-dimensional puzzle to come out with a perfect answer. But when we work with AI as a partner rather than just push a button, then we put part of ourselves into the results. And I believe AI is enhanced in that way, and it's a harmony of knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah, in your book, I think you were referring to like you have to go deeper. Then you ask it another question, ask it one question, and then go deeper and make it think, make it go deeper. And you don't just say do this, then go okay, then do this. Have it from a different angle. Just keep asking it more questions and see what comes out of it. I thought that was fascinating. You describe yourself as a boomer advocate for AI. How does that shape your perspective?
Well, as an AI advocate, a boomer is one who believes that AI will benefit humanity. It's ultimately it will be an age of abundance and harmony with the human race.
Yeah.
That's the essential nature of what AI can bring us. And if we work towards that goal in a positive way, it's more likely to happen because we shape AI with our interactions, the way we use it, the things we ask it to do, and the results are all based on a working dialogue between humans and artificial intelligence. Well, I share much of your dream about the utopia that artificial intelligence may ultimately bring. It's going to be a struggle to get there. And there'll be some setbacks, I'm sure, before it happens. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
However, my understanding of what AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, is it's when artificial intelligence or advanced intelligence reaches that level where it can do anything and everything that humans can do. You may have that a bit confused with artificial superintelligence, and that's the level where the most advanced artificial superintelligence, or ASI, will be the supreme or predominant advanced intelligence that could take over, for instance. And so, that is a concern, but then again, it may be the road that I hope will bring that utopia that we talk about.
I just always keep my eye on Star Trek, because that's what Star Trek is. It's a world where everybody's following their own dream. Nobody's getting paid for anything. So how are you going to educate the doomers? How do you reach people who are so convinced AI is dangerous?
Well, you can read the book.
Yeah, there you go.
There are many other books out there that are good, and source resources. I encourage people to just use artificial intelligence, AI. Pick whichever one is readily available to you, whether you use Microsoft or Google or ChatGPT or Facebook. They all have some version, like Meta's at Facebook. You can have some version of artificial intelligence and ask it questions of what you're curious, what your apprehensions are about artificial intelligence. And it'll help you shape those, and it can encourage you to read current books. There's dozens, if not hundreds, of books and more come out all the time on various aspects of artificial intelligence that'll help people understand what it is and how it works and what it's good for.
So if you could leave the listeners to carry, what one sentence would you carry forward, and what would that be as far as the evolution of AI? And
Well, the future is something that we isn't just something we enter. The future is something we create.
So you're planning on following up another book, or what's your future for that?
Well, thank you for asking. Yes, it's true. I'm working on a sequel called Eagles Fly Further with AI.
That's cool. Oh, so you are.
Right, and it'll bring us up to speed and provide more current advancements and potential for artificial intelligence and a lot of cool stories.
Thank you for being part of my first episode, Between the Strings. If you're not a musician, pick up an instrument. If you don't know about AI, start reading his book and exploring on your own. All it is. So with that note, you guys be kind to each other. Peace. And we will see you in another video. So the next video coming is going to be October 2nd. It's going to be a video of a progressive rock band called Styx, but this is a classical version of Come Sail Away, so check that out. And the next video series, the next In Between the Strings, we'll be talking about the Beatles. So again, that'll be the last Thursday of each month. So the next one will be all about Beatles, having fun with the Beatles. There's 3 things we're going to talk about that everyone can participate in. So stay tuned for that one. And so we will see you the next time. Cheers.